Normally, when I do these, I have at least some idea of the order of things that I'm going to say, but I'm pretty discombobulated. Um, my third meet did not go well at all. Um, I didn't finish it, I got bombed out. And long story short, I didn't feel good. I still don't. But the meet is on a day, and you show up on that day and you do your job. Well, I couldn't do my job Saturday. I set up, my first event is always squat. And I got my opener on squat. And it felt good. I felt good. I felt strong. I didn't have any problem with it. The second one, squatted 420, down, up, and I took half a step back. You can't move your feet. And when I came off, the judge says, you know what you did? And I said, yeah, I know what I did. I moved my foot. She said, that's right. He said, you're barely getting depth. I always tell me that. I said, okay. And so the second attempt didn't count. Now, the 380 is more than 375, which is what I'd done before. But I wanted to do 430 this meet. But I said, okay, I'll do 420 again. So I went back out to do 420, down and up. I didn't go deep enough. So now I've missed 2 out of my first 3 attempts. Not good. But, I'm still feeling okay. Third attempt was a little harder than I thought it should have been. We go back and we wait, and I start thinking about, I screwed that up so badly. I mean, that's 40 pounds. I felt certain I'd get 420. There's no way I couldn't have gotten 420, but I didn't. I missed it twice. So I went back and I thought, well, how do I fix this? Well, if I get 320 on bench and 502 on my deadlift, then I can still achieve my goals. I can still pull 502. I can still get a class 1 pull, and I can still set all 3 records. So all 3 goals were still in play. So I go back and we're getting ready for bench press. And on February the 10th, I had done 293 4 times. It was actually 293 and a half. But anyway, I'd done it 4 times in a row, and it felt light when I took it off. And a week after that, I had done 310 with my son spotting me. He pulled it off. I took it down, held it on my chest for a count of 2, pushed it up easily. And I thought I could have done at least 315 that day, maybe 320. So when I set up my opener at 298, I thought it was a no-brainer. It's just like the 380. I go out there and I do it. Except I couldn't. I got under 298 and I pushed it up, and I got stuck at the halfway point. I could not get the darn thing up. All right, now huge adrenaline jump, massive adrenaline dump. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? I knew that I was in a little bit of trouble because when I was warming up, 225 felt heavy, 245 felt heavy, 275 felt heavy. Then I'd gone out there for 298, and I couldn't hardly move it. And I was like, what is going on? I can't understand. I don't understand. Why do I feel so weak? Why am I so weak? Not feel weak. I'm demonstrably weak. So I went out the first time and I couldn't get it up. Second time, I just this big adrenaline dump. I'm gonna get this weight. I don't care what I have to do. And I'm pushing, man, I don't know what to do. And I get it up, I get it up, I get it up, I get it up, and I get it up to the top, and I'll be damned if I don't hit the rack. I've never hit a rack in my life. And on that very important lift, I hit the bloody rack. And I'd put everything I had into that second lift. I went out there for my third lift, and I had nothing left. Pulled my trap in my left side. My body was just done. All my adrenaline, all my energy had gone into that second lift. The third lift, I'm pushing it up, and I no sooner get it off my chest than both my hamstrings cramped up. And that was it. I bombed out. Now, I could have gone on and done my deadlifts that day, but it would have just been just to do them. And that didn't make sense. And this is what thoughts went through my head when I decided not to do my deadlifts. If I don't do my deadlifts, I don't break myself. I could go out there and pull and try to get 502, but if I do that, I shut down training for a week. Right now, I got a little pull in the trap, but I'm still in pretty good shape. I haven't destroyed myself. So I opted to not complete the meet because it didn't make any sense to do so, because you bomb out. If you don't get a lift, you don't get a lift. So, third meet didn't go well. There are serious consequences to this. The very least I thought I would get a class 2 pull on Saturday. I didn't get one, which means I'm not qualified for any of the big drug tested events that are coming up. That's what all of this has been for, is building up to those events, specifically the one in Orange Beach, Alabama in October. I do have another drug tested event that I'm registered for at the end of June, but Orange Beach is going to open up at the beginning of June. And when that happens, I'm worried that all the places are going to be snatched up immediately. And that is corroborated because when I'm thinking that, I think, okay, I'll just enter another drug-tested event. They're all full. Everything in Tennessee, Alabama, and South Carolina, all those events are full right now. I can't get into them. There's nothing between now and June that's anywhere close. There might be something farther away that I can get into. So because I've had a bad day, and I did have a really bad day, I now find myself in the situation that I've got to hope that a spot is still available when I do my lift at the end of June, if I want to go to Orange Beach, which I really want to do. So that's where I find myself. The silver lining, I'm going to lift this week. I don't feel good. Took a lot out of me on Saturday, but I start lifting today. It was sad. Today's Monday, so I had Sunday off, and today we start with squats. So we're going to do 255s, 5 sets of 10. A lot of volume because it's 5 months until my daughter's birthday, when the next drug tested event that I'm entered in Toccoa, Georgia is. So 5 months and I'll have a great day. We'll put this all behind us, and hopefully there will still be a spot open for Orange Beach.